In today's news, everyone on the internet is mad. So what else is new? Hi, hello my guys and purists of rays. How are you all doing today? In recent times, there's been quite a bit of news / trailers / TikTok clips coming out about some animated movies that are coming out soon, and they've all caused a bit of controversy in their own way. And I wanted to talk about all of them, but I didn't feel like I had enough thoughts about them for them to all be separate videos, so I decided to condense them all down to one video. So today we're going to be talking about the Voltron writers' love triangle controversy for across the Spider-Verse. We're going to be talking about the new DreamWorks movie, don't remember what it's called, and lastly, most importantly, and the one I'm most excited about to talk about, not excited, but I have a lot to say, is the April O'Neil in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, the Seth Rogen Mutant Mayhem, coming out this summer. So, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is set to come out this June. It got pushed back quite a bit. It was supposed to come out October last year. We got a trailer for it, and you know, in general, mostly everybody is pretty freaking hype and excited. The first Into the Spider-Verse, of course, is regarded as a complete masterpiece for obvious reasons. It's a phenomenal story. How do I praise Into the Spider-Verse in a short manner? It's a really good and fascinating deconstruction of what Spider-Man is and meant to represent by applying it to a story we haven't seen before, like literally have not seen before, even though it shares a lot. It resembles a lot of things from the comic book version of Miles Morales. It's still even different from that. Obviously, we don't see the same, story beats we always see in like Peter Parker's story, and we see a very different version of Peter Parker. Anyway, I could talk about Spider-Verse forever. Wait, let's not do that. Let's get to the point. But in recent times, there's been some worry. News broke that Miles and Gwen, I think the direct quote is that I don't have anything pulled up, so this is just gonna be all off the dome, and if that pisses you off, you're not gonna enjoy this video. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna have my rambly energy, and if you like that, that's great. If you don't, you gotta get it. You gotta beat it. I think the direct quote is like that the second movie is really a love story between Miles and Gwen, and because I don't know how to pronounce his name, Spider-Punk and Gwen are such good friends, there's like a bit of tension between Miles. Across the Spider-Verse will be a love story between Miles and Gwen, was said by Amy Pascal, who is another producer. The lead into the quote I said earlier, I find it very interesting what else Amy Pascal said in this Empire article. The danger with a sequel is to go bigger, just for bigger's sake. She tells Empire in our world exclusive Across the Spider-Verse issue. But all the bells and whistles are no good unless you care. And the things you'll care most about deeply is the connection between our young spider heroes. That was so hard for me to read. And then she says the quote. So the first quote was from Amy Pascal, who is a producer, and the other quote that I just mashed together before a second ago was from Kemp Powers, who is another director. I'm just going to read this whole paragraph. What Miles will not be happy to hear, however, is that this love story will include a classic love triangle bent. Co-director Ken Powers has revealed that Miles will be fighting for the affections of Gwen against newcomer Hobie Brown, aka Spider-Punk, voiced by Get Out star Academy Award winner Daniel Kaluuya. That was the quote in the news article, and oh god, we went crazy. Everyone went crazy. It started on Twitter, as it always does, and it moved to TikTok, and it moved to Instagram, and we're all very upset and concerned and worried. Because, I don't know if they're directing or they're like head writers. I don't know if I have internet out here. Hold on, let me get my facts straight, because I sound like an idiot. But yes, I can fill in the exact information later. Just say their names right here. So let's clarify. Let's clean up a bit, because like, what are we talking about? When people say the Voltron writers, or when that one article I saw called them the Voltron duo, the people we're talking about are Joaquim Dos Santos and Lauren Montgomery, who were the executive producers of Voltron. They were basically the showrunners for Voltron. And the actual, like, what is their actual part, their place in the new Spider-Verse movie, because I had to dig a little bit for this. Joaquim is one of the directors on staff for Across the Spider-Verse. I think there are three or four other ones. I'll pull up a screenshot and all the answers will be there. And I actually, through this, I learned that Phil Lord and Chris Miller were not the directors for the original Spider-Verse. They were writers and they were producers. I don't know what the difference is between a director and a producer when it comes to an animated film. You know what I mean? Because, like, producers oversee everything of a production, and directors are more, like, focused on the filming and making sure all of that runs smoothly. But there is no filming when it's an animated movie. So I'm pretty sure a producer is, like, higher than a director. So, and Lauren Montgomery isn't even involved in this movie as far as I could tell. All of my research, all the IMDb's and the articles I could find, she's not involved with this movie. So it's just like misinformation all the way down. Oh, sorry, I said that. Okay, sorry. Oh my god, I forgot. There's so much information in my brain. Lauren Montgomery is not on the second Spider-Verse, but she is making. She has been rumored, I don't know how 100% it is, to be working on. Is going to be directing a spin-off, a female-led spin-off of the Spider-Verse movies. Don't know when that's happening or any more information on that. You know, let's do a little bit of Googling, Twitter people, before we just start saying stuff. Let's just like do a little bit of Googling. All right, back to it. Those guys are on the writing team, or like they're head writers, or there's something. Please, me fixing this, editing this, please correct me. I don't have the energy to record this at a later date when I have my facts straight. People are a bit concerned. And like I saw a TikTok kind of retaliating and saying, guys, look, Voltron was iffy, but the Voltron duo, as this article I didn't read calls them, they have experience in a lot of other shows, and like they were writers on Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, we should have more faith in them. And it's like, I think you missed the mark. I think you missed the point of why people are upset and concerned. First of all, it's a love triangle, and we've seen how these people have handled love triangles in the past. They were bad. It was bad. It was really bad. They don't know how to write love triangles. Ignoring the fact that no one freaking likes love triangles. They're annoying. Like, okay, I didn't really want Miles and Gwen to end up together, but I just saw Spider-Verse, the first one, again for the first time in like a year or two at the world premiere of the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse live in concert performance that was at King's Theater in Brooklyn. Said Brooklyn like he does in the movie. Where basically it was the movie, but there was a full orchestra and a freaking DJ there, like as the soundtrack was playing, like doing it live. It was so fucking incredible, and the whole band was an all-female band too. It was an excellent experience. But anyway, point is, I saw the movie again recently, and they lay it on kind of thick. It's kind of not hard to see how Miles and Gwen are gonna like end up together. I'm glad they didn't like force a kiss at the end of the movie, but it's like, okay, if there's a sequel, they're definitely gonna end up together. I didn't really want that. I kind of like them better as friends. Kind of like Gwen better as a gay person, but whatever. I didn't want them to end up together anyway. But on top of that, it's a love triangle. Nobody likes love triangles. On top of that, these writers cannot do love triangles. Like getting trauma flashbacks to the stupid ass everything of Voltron. I don't want to think about Voltron. What is the purple guy's name? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It was poorly handled. They did bad. But on top of that, what a lot of people are mad at, what us black people are mad at, is that they have these two black men fighting over a white woman. We don't want to watch that. Now, obviously, this is not a video for deep analysis because I didn't write anything and I'm going off the dome and I'm not smart enough. It is a bit concerning, but I full-heartedly trust these two, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and I don't want to feel iffy about this movie because of how much Spider-Verse means to me and how much Miles means to me. I don't want to feel iffy about this movie. I just want to put my full faith into it. I don't know, hearing all of the talk of like how big they're going, like beyond this, how big they're going with all the different styles and how ambitious they are with the whole thing is also worrying me. Like, I'm really worried about this movie, which I don't think I should be. We're just gonna keep it there. I could talk ad nauseum about how much I need this movie to be good and how much I want it to be good and how worried I am about it, but I'm not going to do that. We're gonna move on to the next thing. When I sit down to record, all the thoughts leave my brain. They're gone. They're gone. They're all gone. And it's frustrating. My Life as a Teenage Kraken is DreamWorks' latest announced and trailerized project. I literally have not heard anything about it until this ad on TikTok, and
I know your secret. You're a kraken hiding as a human. I'm not gonna hide anymore. Whoa.
It just doesn't look good. Because I want to be on the same, playing field as the people that left comments on this TikTok and who were having this discourse in this TikTok comment section. I want to just be talking about this TikTok. I haven't seen the trailer yet, so let's just talk about this TikTok. From this TikTok, this 7-second, maybe 5-second TikTok, the movie looks bad. The main things people are saying is that this is a step backwards. This feels like Trolls. This looks like Trolls. And quickly speaking on Trolls, it's not for me. I didn't like the first movie. I did not watch the second one. I understand why people like it. I really like in the second one how the different genres of music are represented in the different Trolls things, and I really like the textures and how everything is like fabrics and stuff, and it's cool, it's interesting, it's fun. I understand why people like Trolls. It's not for me, and it's not exceptional. It's not, especially with the bad guys and Puss in Boots. I was literally just talking about this in my Puss in Boots video, how just different and unique and out there and just funky can't think of any other words, funky that DreamWorks Animation is, and they've been on a roll with those two movies. Last year was their year. This feels like a step backwards. This feels like a step back into mediocrity. And the other thing you saw a lot in this comment section is that it looks like a Luca ripoff. I highly doubt that it is, because Luca, pretty sure that came out 2020, 2021, right? Usually animated movies don't take a year or two to finish. They take a bit of time. I'm guessing, but I would approximate 5 years, and of course I'm going to fact check this, and you're going to tell me, editing me, if that's correct. I don't think it is. It's a lot of weird coincidences, I will give you that, but we had a big year of coincidences last year when we had not one, not two, but 3 separate movies all about Pinocchio. What are the chances of that? There's no way Girolamo del Toro went around and saw, was just walking around on Hollywood Boulevard, walking around in a movie studio place. I don't know how movies work. He was just walking around and he saw Disney was making a Pinocchio movie, and he was like, what if I just did that too? So I do think it's a weird coincidence. It's an even weirder coincidence that this other girl in the trailer has red hair, just like Julia. I had to remember the scene where she's like, my name is Julia, to remember her name. But so I don't think they intentionally were ripping off Luca. I think it is a bit of a weird coincidence, but I don't think it was intentional. And I think just based off this 5 seconds that they're gonna play it a lot less interestingly than Luca. Luca, I know I talked about it quite a bit and said I loved the movie. I did. I liked it, okay? It was a good movie, but it's nowhere on the level of old Pixar movies like WALL-E and Ratatouille, and it's nowhere on the same level as Puss in Boots or things like that, right? So I kind of feel the same way about Turning Red. These were both movies I really enjoyed, and I see the value of them, but they feel kind of like mediocrity, and that's what this very short trailer feels like. DreamWorks stepping back into mediocrity. I don't know if I said that already. My favorite part, that people, I think the comment straight up was like, I know your secret. Yeah, girl, she's blue. So again, haven't seen the trailer. just seen this TikTok, and from this TikTok, I can understand why people would be like, this looks stupid, this looks bad, it looks mediocre. This movie, just based off of this, again, 5-second clip, feels way more Trolls than it does Puss in Boots. But this comment section really made me, like, just really take in how kind of crazy the internet is. Just, like, how crazy and impulsive people can be when it comes to being critical of things. Like, this is a 5-second clip on a TikTok advertising a trailer for a movie that is not even out yet. Like, I kind of understand when people can be a bit judgmental on the movie based off of the trailer, because the trailer is supposed to get you enticed for the movie and show you, like, the best of what the movie has to offer without, you know, ruining the movie. You can watch a trailer and absolutely nothing seems fascinating. The camera work looks shoddy and things like that. I can understand a little bit why you'd be like, I'm not excited for this movie. But also, no, don't judge a movie until you've seen it. Honestly, is my feeling on the matter. The only thing I can judge from just this 5-second trailer, that 5-second ad for a trailer that I'm not excited about, is just this movie's visuals don't look interesting at all. That's like the thing that stuck out about me from the first Puss in Boots trailer, is just like how cool the animation looked. I didn't even watch the full trailer. I didn't care at the time. To be immediately like that this looks generic, this looks mediocre, the animation is just boring, is fair, but to say it's a Luca ripoff, to say that it's gonna be like just like schlock and like just like the crazy things people were saying in the comment section about it, I don't think is completely fair. Yep, that's that. And now for the main event. Last week, 2 weeks ago, not quite sure, time doesn't really exist in my head. In my mind, time is but an illusion that helps things make sense, so we're always living in the present tense. It seems unforgiving when a good thing ends, but you and I will always be back then. Last week, a week before, who knows, who cares, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem trailer dropped. Teaser. It was a teaser, not a trailer. Which is, again, gonna be crazy for what we're talking about, how people, like, really jump to criticize things. I kind of wanted to make a video on the teaser, but there was so little in it that I literally could not. There's so little in it, and it's a TMNT movie, so everybody's already said all there is to say about it. The animation looks cool. It's giving Spider-Verse. It's very rough and kind of grimy in a way that I think TMNT stuff should be, and also New York stuff should be. The turtles look awesome. I like the animation style. It looks fun. I like they're being played by actual teenagers, which is cool. Blah 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 blah. You know what we're here to talk about? We're talking about April O'Neil. They made her fat. They made her ugly. Oh no! I kind of prophesized that this kind of thing would happen. I had a prophetic dream about this. I just had a dream that was like, when Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out, what if it reached Fox News and Tucker Carlson was talking about how they wokeified the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I thought I had seen the end of it coming to fruition, my prophetic dream, when I posted a TikTok calling the fictional Turtle Man gay. In a TikTok, in a joke, we're literally talking about a fictional Turtle Man. And everyone, it has 40k views. I think it's my second most viewed TikTok ever. It has so many views, so many comments, because people were so mad at me for calling the fictional Turtle Man from the fictional Turtle Show that these people in this comment section don't even watch and think of as the TMNT equivalent of Teen Titans Go are so freaking pissed about. I thought that was the end of it. And it was funny. It was really funny. For a good amount of it, I stopped responding to people. I was like, you don't even watch. Who cares? Who cares? Now we have our second iteration of Black April in the main Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles media. And this time, it's not as small as Rise of the TMNT. People talked about Rise of the TMNT when it came out, but it was kind of more of a internal thing. You already had to be a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now this is one of those things that just gets thrown to the wolves, and every anti-woke, anti-SJW YouTuber, tech person on Twitter, everyone is like, nah! And why are they like, nah? It boils down to racism.